So, should assisted suicide be legalized? And my answer to that very controversial question is yes, I believe it should be legalized, but only if the death of a patient constitutes a moral good and is in the patient's best interest. So, more along the lines of if they're terminally ill and there is a very, very low percentage of recovery and a life that is worth living. And so, with assisted suicide, I believe that patients should be given the option of death when in a state beyond help and looking for an outlet to end their suffering. So, medicine has its limitations, and there is only so much health professionals can do when people are beyond their scope of help. And patients should be allowed to exercise their autonomy, which is the right of individuals to make their own choices, especially when in regards to their quality of life, their present and future lives. So if the patient can obviously tell that they are not going to get any better, it might be better for them to have that option of choosing how their end will be, and if it can be a lot easier than the painful suffering that they might have to endure up until their final time on earth. And also with this, it gives patients a reasonable option to take into consideration. And so what assisted suicide does for a lot of people is it provides psychological reassurance to possible alternatives if death appears to be too painful. And which is what everyone wants, is they want a death that is not painful. Nobody wants to suffer until the very, very end. Some people just want to leave this earth in a peaceful manner. And so what assisted suicide does is it allows that option for a patient to seek that sort of end. And while a lot of people take into account the ethical side of things and the moral side of things, it all just comes down to how the individual feels. And if they feel that they want to take the course of their life into their own hands, then I think they should be allowed, because at the end of the day, we want everyone to end their life in a way that is acceptable to them. And if this is their option or choice, I think they should be allowed to make it. So thank you.